Good evening. My name is Austin Reynolds, and this is my biography speech. There have been many influential presidents in United States history, but one would not be remiss to fail to mention John F. Kennedy. John F. Kennedy had on American culture and the attitude of its citizens from the day he got elected. While JFK enacted change in many political spheres, one thing that he wanted to change thoroughly was the repercussions of cigarettes and how to take down big tobacco companies. John F. Kennedy and his administration were paramount in revealing the ugly truth about the cigarettes by being the first political administration which officially funded scientific research into things like cause and effect between the relationships of cigarettes and lung cancer. In my speech, I will be talking about the concerns that JFK had with cigarettes and that the peers of mine have on e-cigs, and we still don't know the health effects. JFK and his administration created a stigma that still carries to this day, and it is important for my peers to understand that even though tobacco and cigarettes are still being used today, e-cigs are the new cigarettes to this day. People have no idea what's inside electronic cigarettes, but they're being pushed as things that are better than cigarettes and healthier for you. But how healthy are those alternatives? Before JFK intact, there was no laws about what was in cigarettes, the detrimental of health on cigarettes, and what it could be about. I will talk about how the timeline of JFK's time in office was cut short, but still had long-lasting impact towards our society. The kind of truth-seeking mentality that JFK applied to the issue of big tobacco companies and their ability to mislead ad-dominant market is the kind of approach people should be taking when it comes to products like Juul. Similar to the role cigarettes once had in America's pop culture, electronic devices such as Juuls are tremendously popular among the youth. And how companies like Juuls are skyrocketing expectations, they're using strategic marketing among younger generations and capitalize on strategies and marketing that seem hip, cool, and fun. By doing this, they are using strategic appeal to younger generations with bright colors, enticing flavors, and youthful models in advertisement. Today, there's a lot of money flowing freely in the market of new electronic cigarettes, making JFK mentality and approach regarding cigarettes in the 60s more and more backing. People who are in this position to act in charge should take charge if they thoroughly believe so. JFK had the power to make a change, and he actually stood for what he believed and went against one of the biggest corporations known to man, and that's the big tobacco industries. Tobacco industries have been around for hundreds of years, and it wasn't until JFK came into office until laws started becoming regulated that showed the harmfulness and the danger of smoking cigarettes. Rather than trying to get ahead of the curve by promoting Juul and how they have been better alternatives, we should get ahead of the curve and understand how we still don't know, and there's so much unknown. The courage that JFK demonstrated by standing up to the biggest tobacco corporations and his fighting example is a prime example of why the greater is good is worth it, no matter how high the odds are stacked against you. JFK was the first president to allocate resources towards clearing the air when it came to the hazy and misleading research regarding cigarettes. His administration included Surgeon General Lee E. Burney, were the first to listen to the pleas from the American Cancer Society, the American Public Health Association, and when it came to the dangers of cigarettes. After 1 year in JFK's office, JFK's aggressive approach became an idea. He became the first president to have a scientific research study that conducted the research of how harmful cigarettes actually were. By 1964, 1 year after JFK was assassinated, only 3 years since his term started, a groundbreaking report was released to the public which detailed the severity of the health consequences that comes with cigarettes. Kennedy's actions not only demonstrated strong leadership and decisiveness, but also perhaps one of the most important qualities a president can possess. Even today, JFK's actions from almost 60 years ago can still be attributed to some of the positive attitudes about the reform we see today. We can especially track the influence of his actions throughout the decades following his presidency. Even after his 1 year groundbreaking report, the first congressional mandate, which had any regulations on cigs, had been signed, requiring all cigs to have packages to have health warnings. And 5 years later, in 1969, Congress banned all ads that include radio and television ads that had to do with cigarettes. JFK mindset is applicable as it was 60 years ago. His progressive and open-minded philosophies embodies what I think a president should be, especially in a time in which there are so many things dividing fellow Americans. When it comes to the new and booming businesses of electronic cigarettes, the research and awareness and the regulation of the products should not be undervalued. The approach that JFK had against cigarettes is the almost ideal for handling these extremely popular but extremely potentially harmful products. JFK left an impact that left a legacy of steadfast action and the ability to see that some issues need to be tackled and the new methods and new fresh understandings can be able to happen, which is time and research. I got my research done by the reports of the Surgeon General, the 1964 report of lungs and health. Thank you so much and for listening to my speech, and I hope you have a great day.